This is a Pantera P6 in an Agusta 109 fuselage. I mounted it with 3-point mounts. At the tail, I used a little piece of 1/8 inch material along with a rubber grommet, brass bushing, and a bolt going into the tail case. That lets me eliminate the normal boom steadies. At the middle of the frame, just behind the main shaft, I tied into a bulkhead that's in the fuselage. I used 1/8 inch plywood for that, built it up, and then added a little piece of aluminum channel to hook in at one of the places on the frame where the frame bolt goes to secure the two halves together. And then at the front, I used aluminum brackets, about 6 inches long. They're mounted side saddle on each side of the frame so that we can put the batteries in place. Speaking of which, the batteries are 5S 4600 LiPos. These are 40C units, so I can really pull the power out of them. To fit the side frame into this model, because Agusta 109 is so compact vertically, I whacked about 45 millimeters off the bottom of the side frames. You can use a table saw, you can cut them by hand. The trick is to make sure you're using the lowest speed possible, and then it cuts really nice. After I attached the aluminum brackets, slid the boom in, basically saw where the height was, I realized I had some excess material that I could remove. So I just went ahead and trimmed away everything that wasn't necessary. The side frames went from 422 grams all the way down to 322 grams. At the front of the model, we've got another plywood support, a piece of a former, and that's what we attach the angle brackets. They carry the bulk of the weight for the batteries. This model could have been built with either the nitro motor stock or electric. We have two conversions, stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 1 drives directly the pinion to the spur gear, like pretty much every electric model you've seen. An advantage of our Pantera design is that that pinion gear is supported at the top, so you have a bearing on each side so that the gear mesh doesn't move under load. Now a stage 2 conversion drives the gear train through the clutch and clutch bell. That gives you a safety aspect in case you get a hot start, because you can grab and hold the head, buy a little time, save yourself. Remember, these things can hurt you.
Alright, throttle hold off, idle up 1 on.
Steve did a good job flying this model. Everyone asks, why do we get such a great sound? And that's because of the stage 2 conversion. You program the speed control for the slowest startup possible. Add to it the time that it takes for the clutch shoes to engage the clutch bell, then to start spinning the blades, and it really completes the whole look of the turbine model along with the sound. Folks, I've been accused of having a turbine engine inside this baby. If we just had a little whiff of JP4 or kerosene, would complete the illusion. Sounds sweet, doesn't it? What we'll do is slide off the front of the fuselage, and you can see the batteries are side saddle. Here's your Seebeck Pro. Zip tied to the forward part of the cooling shroud is the ESC, and there you have it. Basically just a Pantera P6.